Okay, right now I need to talk about some spoilers for Ignite Me. So, spoilers are about to explode in here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have been warned. So, oh my god. So, let me just give you a idea of where I was at throughout Shatter Me and Ignite Me. Shatter Me, no doubt, Adam. I felt it. I understood how Juliet could feel something for Adam, first guy that's ever showed interest in her and was kind to her and was, I liked Adam. I really did. He was awesome. There was no part of me that liked Warner. Thought he was crazy. Then I read Destroy Me, the novella, and I liked Warner. I think I started to understand him a little more, but I did not think romantically it was a good idea. So then comes Unravel Me. I didn't hate Warner anymore. I didn't understand his motives, but I knew he wasn't all bad. But I did not ship that at all. At all. But I wasn't Team Adam either because Adam became annoying and whiny and really had no personality. So really I was just Team Juliet, figure out your superpower and kick some ass. And Team Kenji because Kenji is awesome. So going into Ignite Me, I had no team, basically, essentially. So, and yeah, I fell in love with Warner. You will find out some things about Warner, things that I probably knew deep down in my heart were true, and I just get it. I feel the connection that Juliet has to Warner, and while Adam's great, I just never really felt anything between them after Shatter Me, and obviously through Shatter Me, that was all through her. Her emotions towards him, the first human being she's really had contact in that's cared for her and that loved her. And I don't know, as I started to read more, it just, to me, made so much sense for her to be with Warner. But I still felt that struggle, I loved Adam, and there was nothing wrong with him, just he wasn't. And then with Warner, there was still those icky feelings just towards who he kind of was, even though he learned some things, but I got Juliet's struggle through that. And I'm not going to tell you who she chooses or who whatever, because maybe she doesn't choose, maybe something happens. I'm not telling you that, but I'm just trying to explain who I fell head over heels with in this, and I cannot believe it because I was firmly no team, but I was also team never ever anything romantic with Warner. So you shall see. The other thing I wanted to talk about would be some of the things that happened at the end that I wanted to... I'm trying to think how to word this because I don't want to fully give spoilers of what happened. Oh, the things that I wanted to see that when I felt like the ending was rushed. Obviously, eventually, the one big plot line is Warner and Adam being brothers, and there was a moment, the only moment that I cried, and that was a moment between those two, and I just really wanted to know what happened with that relationship at the end after everything else happened in the end. The other thing I wanted to know is what happens next. So the thing happens at the end, but what happens next? What now? There's still a lot to do, and I get that maybe that wasn't part of the story. Maybe this story was about Juliet finding herself, coming out and realizing that what she thought was a curse was actually something she could use for good. So I get that it's just me wanting to be in that series longer, but I just wanted to know what happened. I wanted to know what happens to another character and if they get their happily ever after. Actually, two characters. I don't know. it just was a little rushed for my personal taste. I don't need neat happy bows, but you'll see when you read it if you've read it. Hopefully you kind of agree with me, so maybe I'm just not like making this up in my head. But I was pleased with the ending. I felt like things were resolved with the person that she didn't end up with, and so I felt okay about it. And this is like super, super, super spoilery, so spoilery. So if you really don't want to be spoiled, I'm going to tell you what my 2 predictions were. Well, I'm not going to tell you the one part. I predicted who she was going to end up with wrong. I totally thought it was going to be the other one, and it was not. And number 2, I predicted, ooh, this is kind of spoilery, but whatever. I predicted that somebody major was going to die. And they did not. So those are my very spoilery, but kind of not spoilery, because I don't want the ending to be out there and who she ends up with in case someone watches this, didn't read it, and then tells other people. But I still wanted to be able to talk about it more than I could in the review, because people who know me would know that it's a shock for me to go Team Warner, and I didn't want that to impact how they read it. So those are my thoughts, and now I'm going to bed. Bye!